on, guys? My name is Otto von Clutch, and this is episode 5, the live edition of You Oughta Know. And we are here with a very, very special guest, Trey Matthew. He is a hooker, promoter of dive wrestling, and always we have my Tombstone to a big dive into this interview. How are you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing good. Living my best life. Just trying to keep on the recovery from this damn knee surgery, dude. It's been brutal, but the comeback's getting close.
Nice, man. So how far out are you from your comeback?
I want to say probably less than 6 months for sure.
Wow, that's great, bro. That's really good. I'm really happy to hear that.
I don't want to give away too many surprises, but it's getting close.
Nice. Hey Trey, did you tear your patella tendon or was it your quad?
Yeah, I tore my patella tendon. It was at a 95% tear, and they told me pretty much I had to get surgery on it because if I tore it more, it would rip up and then tear my quad and other muscles in my leg. So it would have been even more recovery time.
Yeah, it takes a while. I've had 3 torn quads, believe it or not.
You're a regular Kevin Nash up in here.
Yeah. Came back from all of them, man. Glad to hear you're on the comeback, baby.
Oh yeah, man. It's getting close.
Have you been really inspired by just being down as far as, I've been seeing your videos and you look like you're getting bigger and stronger from head to toe, bro.
Yeah, man, that's the goal, is to come back bigger and stronger and better than I was before, So if I can come back better than I was, I think I got a pretty good chance.
Absolutely.
It's like that hard work's paying off, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Don't compare him to Nash, bro. He's already big. I don't even know how it fits on this screen right now. So Nash is just going to make him even that much more of an ego. Hey, bro, so what was like your first time watching and seeing wrestling?
First time watching and seeing wrestling, the first match I remember seeing was Edge and Christian versus the Hardys at No Mercy, and that first ever tag team ladder match.
Yes,
that was the that's the first match I ever really remember watching. But my mom tells a story, my parents do, that when I was a baby, they were just flipping through channels. And I was just crying and crying. And then they got onto WCW Nitro. And I just stopped crying. And then they switched the channel and I cried again. So they just turned it back. So I've been watching, ever since before I can remember, I've been watching some wrestling.
Nice.
You're a Nitro baby, man. That brings a tear to my eye. Hell yeah.
Like growing up in Utah, you mentioned WCW.
It's funny. I didn't really even know there was a local independent scene in my area until I was about 16. And then we happened to go to a show because we happened to go to an old war show because Chris Masters and Robbie E were announced for it. And I'm like, cool, dude, that sounds freaking awesome. I was a big Robbie E guy, big Masters guy. And then at that show was about the time, I already knew I wanted to be a pro wrestler, but it was about that time where I'm like, cool, I'm 16. I can probably start training. And I just asked around at that show, everybody I could talk to, hey, who can train me? Who can train me? And it just so happened that Jeff Orcutt was looking to start training somebody. He had just recently acquired a ring. So he was looking to get somebody in there with him. And I just happened to luck into it.
Wow, man. So how old were you when you started training? What year was this?
I was 16. So 2012, 2013-ish.
Okay. Badass, bro. Badass. Very cool, dude. Very cool. Then how soon after, how long into your training did you actually have, first match?
So it was interesting because, I started training, but it wasn't, super, super consistent just because I was 16, still at school. And then once I turned, I think, 18. Yeah, once I turned 18, I graduated. Orcutt was actually moving to UCW. And so I moved there with him. And then my first training there, somebody screwed up a move and tore my shoulder up. So I had to have right shoulder surgery at 18. And so then my first match wasn't until it was on my 19th birthday.
Wow.
Hey Trey, did you get to train with Con Caution at all when you were training with Orcut?
He stopped by a training or two, but it was never anything super consistent. It was mainly like Orca and Adden were the main people that like I trained with a lot, and Mach.
Some of my favorite people right there.
Like business. Oh, because an owner wrestling. If anyone's not been wrestling, go check it out. Bro, like, did you reach your
Yeah, so it's funny. I don't really have a business background at all. Like, I I didn't go to college because I was just so focused on wrestling. That's all I've ever wanted to do. So I'm like, I'm just gonna waste money going to college when I know that wrestling's the one thing I want to do in life. So I was happy at UCW, happy wrestling there, and then COVID kind of shut everything down. And when it did that, there was no training schools open, nothing like that. And luckily, my parents had a big enough garage, so I'm like, oh, cool, let's buy a ring. So I bought a ring on credit and made monthly payments on it, and we were just training there. And then we were after training one day, sipping on some mimosas down in the basement. It was me, Marty Casaus, Christy Janes, Bobby, and Landon.
Yeah.
And Christy's like, you should just start a promotion. And I'm like, cool, I guess we'll just start a promotion. And so it just kind of went from there. So yeah, we launched a promotion at like the very back end of COVID. Like the second we could start doing stuff, we started doing stuff.
nice?
So we were definitely the first company back up and running after COVID. Like as far as wrestling goes, we had to like push back our first show because the second string hit, and it's like, okay, we'll push it back a month, and then ever since then it's been pretty smooth sailing for the most part.
Nice, man. And right now, I mean, the wrestling scene in Northern Utah is strong. I mean, you have your company, you have the company the school that you're at right now was
As soon as I'm like,
Yeah, UCW Pro Wrestling School is where we all kind of train at right now. They're not really running any shows, but it's a nice, consistent place for us to all train.
that's great. So I have to ask you a question, bro. I love it, bro. So the moral missionary gimmick, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, dude. I mean, look at that right there. Happy, so happy.
And so, dude, that's funny. That if you notice in that picture, my hair is it's getting longer, and it's because we were getting ready to split, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna need a little bit of a new look. So I started growing my hair out because I knew the split was coming. So I think that picture is actually from the night that we split up.
Man, look at that right there, bro.
Yeah, right there.
Dude, speaking of the split up, so like that gimmick, bro, brilliant.
like that.
So that they did that gimmick a little bit to W also.
Mhm.
Such a fun character to have, especially for Utah, right?
Dude, it was fantastic for me because it gave me. I have like a little bit of an acting background. Like I did theater all through high school, and I love acting and stuff like that. So it gave me a character to really grip onto, which has helped me out in wrestling a lot because before that I didn't really have any kind of like character direction. I was just a young rookie, a part of like a faction. You know what I mean? So that gave me a character to really grip onto. I can't take any credit for that gimmick because it was all. I think Bronson was the one that presented that gimmick with me.
Okay.
And I was just like, I was at that point where I'm like, I'm just going to say yes to any opportunity. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? And then we just kind of ran with it for a while. It was a lot of fun though, especially like, it was so funny because we were so over as baby faces here in Utah. But then when we went somewhere else, they hated us. Like we went to Colorado and they hated us. We went to Vegas and they hated us. Like we were just hated everywhere else. But here they loved us.
Dude, crazy. But then, like,
Actually, it was funny because we went to Rocky Mountain Pro, hated us. We went to Primo's, they hated us. Colorado Springs, loved us. So it's just different areas of Colorado must be bigger into like that Mormon culture or something because they loved us there.
killer, bro, killer. Like right before
Host, keep that host.
correct?
Yeah, I did.
Gotta love Brian Kendrick. That match.
Your hands.
Dude, that match was so much fun. It was a really good learning experience for me. I think we only planned two or three of like the bigger spots in the match, and we just kind of called everything else out there. But yeah, it was such an awesome learning experience. We were very lucky to have him here 2 months in a row at Dive. which was super cool that he was willing to come out 2 months in a row and he did like a Royal Rumble style gimmick with us. So he was willing to work with all my guys. We did a nice seminar with him. He couldn't be a nicer person. I have nothing but good things to say about Kendrick and that experience.
Absolutely, bro. I've worked with him. So anyone go and watch that match on YouTube. I noticed you guys have a lot of content on YouTube, bro. I'm really impressed. Like, matches are able to watch.
Yeah, our whole archive is available on YouTube, and all that credit goes to Landon Erickson and his girlfriend Meadow. His wrestling name's Lee Nitrous. All the credit goes to that because they're the ones that edit up our shows for us. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Landon right now. He's recently just got diagnosed with leukemia. So anybody who can donate, that'd be fantastic. I know the Red Cross always needs like platelets and stuff like that. I know they're always running low just because cancer is kind of a pandemic here. You know what I mean? It's very common, especially leukemia. So yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to him and wish him best of luck in all his recovery.
Absolutely. We'll keep him in our prayers.
Hell yeah.
What is some of your book? What are some things when you're booking talent? What's a good way to get booked at Dive? Or what is your experience? From your experience being a booker, what is the advice that you can give?
The biggest advice I can give is when you email me or when you're hitting me up on socials or wherever, my number's out there too. I mean, I plaster it everywhere. So there's many ways to get in contact with me.
Right.
Biggest pet peeves if you just like, I don't like when people just show up because then it's like, oh, I feel obligated. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're capable of. So my biggest advice I'd give if you're trying to get booked to Dive is send me an email, text, whatever. Include some promo pictures, include matches, not just highlights, because I like to see that people can sell. And then just be reasonable and negotiable about your rate. There's so many people that I haven't, and I don't want to name any names, but there's people that I haven't booked just because they're way too much money for like at the end of the day, this is a business. Like I have to run it as a business, even though we might be the best of friends. If you're asking for too much, I just can't afford to bring that in. You know what I mean? So I have to treat it as a business and make sure I'm going to get my return on investment on that. There's some people I'll bring in, like Kendrick, for example. I wanted to care how much Kendrick cost because I just wanted to wrestle Brian Kendrick. Right. And I wanted my guys to have that experience of being able to do a seminar with them and work with them. But yeah, just a surefire way to get booked at Dive is tell me that you want to come down for an opportunity and prove yourself the first time out. If you send me that email, I'd say 99% guarantee that you're going to get at least a chance.
That's right.
Because you've given me no reason to say no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you got some kind of sketchy background or something, but
another mass transit number 2.
Yeah, I don't need that.
No, we don't. So your next show, Love and War, Saturday, February 17th.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are now in South Weber, Utah. Normally you guys are.
Yeah, we've kind of we've moved around a bit. The South Weber location has been absolutely fantastic for us. I have nothing but great things to say about the South Weber city and the building for letting us run there so often. We tried to do a building in Ogden, and it didn't end up working out with like the city coordinates or like ordinance and all that stuff. And then we were running at the Powerhouse, but we just got a little too big for that venue. So we had to move. And South Weber, I consider South Weber our home because we ran, I'd say, 95% of our shows from there.
Nice. I'd like to hear. Tombstone, I think you had some questions.
Did you grow up in that area up in Ogden, Trey?
Yeah. I've lived in the Roy, Ogden area my whole life. I'm a Roy boy.
Nice. Yeah, I lived in Roy back before you were born, probably.
Yeah, I was born in 96.
1987, so. Man. I lived right by the Burger Bar.
Oh, yeah, about 9 years. 9 years before I was born.
Yeah, there we go. So tell me, being a wrestler and being a promoter, what's more work and what do you enjoy more?
Oh man, dude, the most work is when I'm wrestling and promoting on the same show. That's the
Oh,
most
I
work.
bet. I can only
Anybody that
imagine.
anybody that does that can tell you. Like Manny could tell you. Anybody that runs it could tell you that it's a
Otto
ton
could
of work.
tell
Because
you.
yeah, not only are you running all your stuff, and you got to worry about everybody else. Now you got to worry about putting together your match. I gotta worry about putting together a 30-minute Iron Man match with Bronson or a main event caliber match with Brian Kendrick, and so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything. As far as more work, promoting's definitely more work. Any show I can go to and just be a wrestler now is a night off. But it's also
Nice.
fresh. But it's also like at the same time, it's funny because it's frustrating because I'm like, oh, I want to do that this way. I want to do that this way. Why are they doing it this way? And then I got to like take a step back from myself. Like, wait, this isn't my thing. I'm just here to wrestle. That's all I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I can relate to that, but anytime I go to a music show, I want to jump up on the stage and start performing.
Oh yeah.
Well, tell me this: how's it been as far as starting a promotion in Utah? Utah, I'm someone who can speak. I was probably at that first show you seen, and Utah's kind of had a bad reputation for kind of being a little bit toxic here and there. How's
Yeah,
your experience been starting a promotion here?
my experience has been nothing but great, man. I was lucky enough though that I started up at a time where nobody else was running. Like Devotion was starting to run stuff again at about our second or third show. But besides that, like UCW wasn't running, and all my friends were from UCW, so I was able just to grab a hold of a really solid roster right off the bat. And I've been blessed with making a lot of friends on out of state shows and getting them on there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been nothing but good. Like there's obviously been the frustrations and like the heartbreaks, like that building in Ogden, man. I put so much work and time and effort into that building to make it something special, and then it just didn't pan out, which that was so frustrating. But besides that, it's been nothing but great running it. We're very lucky to be able to do what we love and put on a show for people.
Absolutely, bro. And during this time of recovery, how are you able to tactics on how to stay positive?
Dude, I won't even lie to people. Like it's been freaking hard, man. Like
Yeah.
it's been really tough to try to stay positive, and especially like it was cool the first 2 weeks to a month. People were visiting all the time. People come over, but then like people just get busy with life. You know what I mean? And then you're there alone. Luckily, I have a great support system on me with my family. But yeah, a lot of times you're sitting there alone all day, just watching TV or playing video games with your thoughts and watching wrestling and trying to figure out. Like I went through every Survivor Series. I went through every Mania. I went through every Rumble, SummerSlams. Like I've watched so much wrestling in the last damn near year that I've been off. You know what I mean? But it was hard, dude. Like I was starting to come to trainings back at the UCW training center, but it was just too much to sit on the outside and not be able to get in the ring and do it. So I just kind of isolated myself for a couple months, so I was able to really start training again, just because it was breaking my heart to be here. Like as much as I love everybody here, and it's kind of how it was at the dive shows too. Like every time I was there, it's just hard, man, to see everybody else doing something you love and knowing that you're physically incapable of doing it right now. But yeah, being positive, dude, it's the biggest mindset thing. It's really helped that I've been able to start like going back to the gym and just being able to really and going back to work. I didn't work for like 7 months, so that was a huge financial hardship and just a lot of stress and stuff like that. But it's been luckily my support system is amazing, and have been able to be there for me. I can't credit my mom and dad and my wife and my grandparents enough for just really being there, and especially like my wife sacrificing so much extra time at work to make sure our bills are paid and that we're still eating good, and my parents helping me out with all that, and my mom taking her lunch break every day to help me get up and go to the bathroom, because first 2 months I couldn't even get up by myself off the couch. So like I can never be more grateful for being able. I can't imagine doing all this without him.
Absolutely. And that's appreciate you sharing.
Oh yeah.
Probably help somebody, whatnot. I mean, stuff right. Guys, you gotta follow at Trey.
Yeah. You can follow me at Trey Matthews on Facebook. Or if, I'm pretty open, you can add my personal page too, Trey Ballard, TraiBallard. Instagram's a 50 Shades of Trey. I don't really do the whole Twitter thing. I find Twitter's really toxic. It's a very negative environment. But yeah, anybody interested in booking me, it's getting close. So please just send that email and I'll be 100% honest with you. It's TreyMatthews@gmail.com. And then please make sure you follow all the dive pages too. It's just Dive Pro Wrestling on everything. We got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the good stuff.
Absolutely, bro. And besides
Yeah,
getting
no swear off.
better,
Yeah, I have a lot of goals for 2024, man. My biggest one is I want to try to get a building for dive. I want to get somewhere where we're set up permanently, where I can start running my own training school. I know I am going to Black and the Brave Wrestling School this year to start training and getting better. So that way I can start bringing that back here too and try to make my guys better.
That's
Yeah, so I'm gonna go up and train with Seth Rollins for a little bit.
good.
But yeah, I'm super excited about that because it's a great opportunity to hopefully. I mean, I'd love to be signed, dude. That's my goal, dude. Anywhere, if I could just make wrestling my full-time thing, whether it's running dive, whether it's wrestling on the indies, getting signed, running everything, doing everything, I don't really care, man. I just want to travel as much as I can, be happy, eat good food, and wrestle.
Hell yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much for taking your time. I know you're at training right now, and
Oh yeah, anytime.
in your future and everything that you do, bro. And I'm
Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll have to get you guys out here at Dive sometime for sure.
Oh yeah, bro. We'll get out there for sure. Tombstone, anything you want to say before we let?
I just want to let you know, man, I admire you. I'm behind you 100% on your recovery. I've done it a few times. I know what it's all about, especially talking about that battle up in your head where it's dark. It really does.
Yeah,
And
dude,
yeah, it's great seeing you again, bro. Looking forward to seeing you up at Dive. I'm
Yeah.
up better as well, my man.
Thank you guys for having me on and letting me tell my story. You know what I mean? Like, injuries are a scary process of what wrestling really is. This is my first really big injury that's taken me out for an extended amount of time. In 2019, I got a traumatic brain injury, but COVID shut us down right after that. So it kind of didn't seem like I was out because of wrestling. So being out why wrestling is going on, man, it's been brutal. But yeah, it's all about that mental game. And everybody come check us out on February 17th. Dive Pro Wrestling Love and War. And then on February, let me look at the date real quick, make sure I get it right.
Get it right.
On March 16th, we're announcing this now. March 16th is going to be we're calling it Nitrous Forever, and it's going to be a fundraiser show to raise some money for Lee Nitrous, and we're going to have a raffle, stuff like that. So make sure to join us out for that one. It's going to be for a really good cause. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your time, and anytime you want me on, let me know. More than happy.
Hey, real quick, Trey, where are you at? It sounds like there might be a ring close by.
Oh, there's
So I'm hoping it's recording.
There's definitely a ring close by. Yeah.
Just so our fans know, that wasn't the TV, brother.
No, there's a ring close by, and it's getting better. It's getting close.
Hey, when you were born a Nitro baby, there's always a ring close by.
Yes, sir. Always. Hey, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries, bro, brother.
All right. Have a good one, bro.
Well, Tombstone, that was fun, bro. It was always it was
Love that guy. Love that guy. What an inspiration. What an inspiration.
No doubt about that, bro. So,
Guys like him and Manny that just do it all and take everything on, man, mad respect for those guys.
Oh, dude, mad respect, bro. Mad respect. So let's this last few minutes while we're on Tombstone, let's go over some quick wrestling news, man. Why not? We are a wrestling.
Yeah.
So boom! Last night on SmackDown, it was the Rock returned, and the show WWE announced that there is a press event next Thursday, folks, that's going to be a lot of really interesting. So, boom, next Thursday, it is the kickoff to WrestleMania 40 live at the T-Mobile Arena. Doors open at 2:30, starts at 4. We're going to see The Rock and Roman Reigns face off. It's going to be on Peacock.
That press conference is in Vegas.
It's in Vegas, Tombstone.
And this is Super Bowl week in Vegas as well.
Yeah, they were
Huge.
very smart on their marketing and picking the decision to go to Las Vegas. And of course, they're smart because it's a free event that you can go to the T-Mobile Arena, which is, a state-of-the-art arena. And basically, they're just flexing right now, bro. That's all that is.
Well, it's super smart because that means someone like you can be there.
Absolutely, Tombstone. Other news in wrestling right now. Boom! Big little brawlers, bro. Big Little Brawlers is taking over as they're actually beating AEW in the ratings right now.
Hell yeah.
Big Little Brawlers are beating AEW in the ratings. Oh, Lord.
Some
Tombstone
of the
was,
best workers in the world.
I tell you what, bro, little people kick ass. So what's
Yes,
your life, bro?
What's that, my man?
What's new in your life? What's going on?
Just been having a great week, man. I'm finally starting to feel myself. I've put a lot of weight back on, and it's been good times, man. I can't complain. Super nice weather here in St. George in the beginning of the week. So I was out on the Harley every day, just getting my wind therapy and hitting the weights quite a bit more and getting my cardio back. Feel like these blood clots are starting to dissolve. So doing much better, my man.
Good, bro. Good. So in other news, really, I mean, that's kind of it. We're not gonna gossip too much about what's going on out there. I'm just really stoked we have guests today, and next week you ought to know is going to be on a Wednesday or a Thursday. We'll figure out the day as it gets closer. Let's see here. Any other announcements? Dark Arts Entertainment. That's right. You can go and watch all of the past Dark Arts shows on YouTube now in full length. So that's a new thing.
Hell yeah.
Before we were charging like $6.66 an episode, but now you'll watch them all free on YouTube. Also,
I know what I'm doing.
Good. Go check them out, bro. Go check it out.
That's some good stuff. I'll tell you right now out there, if you've never checked out a dark arts show, you want to tune in on this. And this is on their own YouTube channel. Is that correct?
On the our Dark Arts Entertainment YouTube channel. You go over there, like and subscribe to Dark Arts Entertainment YouTube channel. Yes, all of our matches, our full-length shows are going to be on there. Next week, of course, I will be in Glendale for Wrestling Pro Wrestling. So I'm very excited about that. And then the following week, that will be live or, pre-recorded on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch that, Tombstone.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Other news, man, that's really it, bro. Earlier this week, I was in Tacoma, California. There's a picture I took on the phone, bro. Tacoma is so freaking beautiful. I love it. I love Tacoma, man.
That place is the best. I can't wait to get back out there with you, buddy. Maybe at this event here, if I can talk to this queen and we can pull it off, bro.
Yeah, man. Go check out the flea market and see what kind of goods are out there in Tacoma, California at the hot springs.
Get a chance to meet the Wonder Hussy. Hell yes.
Wonder Hussy. So, man, that's really it, bro. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. And anything else, Tombstone?
I'm just looking forward to next week. Got some good guests coming up. Got some good wrestling going on. I think Devotion has a show this afternoon. You guys up in the Salt Lake area, go see some DCW.
Absolutely. And remember, we did say that Trey does have a show February 17th. We got to get out to dive. I've talked to Trey before about it, and it's just like, you know how it is, bro. It's
Hey, I got a lot of tombstoners up there north of Bountiful. You people know who you are. Be looking forward to not having to travel too far next time you see me and Otto wrestle.
bro. So the Super Bowl tickets, I want to mention that. So I've been kind of following the ticket pricing. Tickets for the Super Bowl right now, the cheapest tickets are $6,500, and the most expensive tickets are $42,000. Last week it was like $56,000 a ticket, so it is going down a little bit. But bro, if you wanted to take your family for four, it's gonna be for four tickets at $35,000 a pop, bro. I mean, it's crazy stuff, dude. So the Super Bowl
Yeah,
is
I'll sell the Harley, and that still ain't gonna cut it, man. So I'm gonna have to sit home and watch it on TV. Niners and Chiefs, who you got, by the way?
Niners and Chiefs, bro. You know what? I'm gonna have to say the 49ers for Rikishi. And also, I have a photo I want to bring up, actually. Now that we're talking a little bit of football, let me add this real quick and let me show everyone this. This is pretty bizarre. T Swift, bro, this is an actual. The Embassy of Japan in the United States is aware of a recent media report concerning the steps Taylor Swift will need to take to travel from Tokyo after her concert on February 10th to Las Vegas in time to watch the Kansas City Chiefs play in the Super Bowl. Despite the 12-hour flight and 17-hour time difference, the embassy can basically confirm that she'll be there to see her boyfriend play. I cannot believe the energy that the embassy is putting into this. They're like, please, you know, so Taylor Swift's doing a concert in Tokyo the night before the Super Bowl, and the Tokyo folks are freaking out that she's going to half-ass it. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I'm talking about it, man.
Dude, it's unbelievable. That's all I can say.
Oh, the Taylor Swift, the coach wants to see
Bro.
the 49ers win the Super Bowl. That's right, bro. The 49ers are going to whoop Kansas City's ass, and that's what I expect's going to happen. You ought to know that. So
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more there, buddy. Could not agree with you more. And hey, what's it gonna be like this next week living in the heart of Vegas like you do?
bro, I love it, dude. To be able to live in Las Vegas, you know, there's a lot of wrestling schools in the area, a lot of wrestling events, big events like how we have this coming Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Yes, next Thursday. You know, The Rock and Roman Reigns set for an iconic face-off at the WrestleMania 40 kickoff. So you gotta love things like
For
that.
$3.03, man. I mean, how the hell can you beat that?
Now, I'm gonna make a prediction right now that
Yeah, I
that
was
is
gonna
draw more fans than AEW's Collision. I hate to say it, bro, but right now the ticket sales for Collision, as of I noticed, K100 did a little thing on it the other day. It's at like 930 tickets are sold.
with The Rock being there, I guarantee it's gonna dwarf that. And Super Bowl weekend, just that whole week of the Super Bowl is gonna be unbelievable.
No, it is, bro. And you know, basically, you know, Cody Rhodes last night just handed over his WrestleMania opportunity to The Rock. So, you know, Cody did it for The Rock, and just like that, you're gonna have The
Just
Rock.
like Kishi did it for The Rock, man.
So thank you all for joining. You ought to know. My name is Otto Von Koch, and this is my co-host Tombstone Jesus. And you know what? We appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you next Thursday or Wednesday. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys.